Hey, Liam, what's with all these boxes?
What do you mean, what's this? These are my parents' things. We're going to live together in this house.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Mom and Dad are getting old, and I think it's time for them to move in with us.
Why are you making this decision on your own? We don't even have a spare room for them to begin with.
Then why don't you ask your mother to move out?
I beg your pardon? What the hell are you saying? My name is Harley. I am a 32-year-old office worker. I met my husband Liam through work and we got married after a year of dating. We are currently in our 3rd year of marriage, but we have no children yet. We live at my parents' house with my mother. We started living together when my father passed away a year ago. I am very grateful that my husband agreed to live with my mother. However, there are still some things about my husband that I cannot help but be disappointed about. First of all, my husband does not do any housework, even though we both work. Rather, he is too lazy, so he puts a lot of burden on me and my mother for house chores. Hey, how many times do I have to tell you not to leave your clothes out like this?
Well, as long as the person who notices puts them in the laundry basket, it doesn't really matter.
Then, put them in the basket when you take them off.
Why do I have to do that every time?
Well, we all live together, so it's important to be considerate, right?
Isn't family the one thing you don't have to really be considerate about?
You're not getting my point at all. My husband is always like this, taking it the wrong way and quibbling over it. He tries to force his way out of an argument in order to push his way through. He is just like one of those debaters from the TV. If only Liam made as much money as those debaters from the TV, then I wouldn't complain much, maybe. And my husband, as you can guess, doesn't even cook. My husband is always home earlier than me, and he always comes home on time. When I come home, he is in a bad mood and says,
I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
Hey, can't you help me cook a little? I'm busy with work too, and sometimes I come home late.
No, I can't. Because I can't cook.
Well, even if you can't at first, maybe you can try to help me cook.
No. It'll only delay the whole dinner to get ready, you know.
My husband never does house chores under any circumstances. Well, it is true that it is faster if I do it by myself, but I at least want him to show me an attitude of cooperation. Even if he can't handle a knife, it would be a great help if he would just tear vegetables or wash dishes and utensils that were used during the cooking. But my husband only complains and is always lying on the sofa, either watching TV, reading books, or playing with his phone. But I still had affection for him because I had married him after falling in love with him, and I was grateful that he agreed to live with my mother when we had only been married for a year. 3 years passed in the blink of an eye as I kept repeating the cycle of how I'm disappointed in my husband, but also kept on thinking, but. And after 3 years, circumstances and environments change. My mother has been getting sick more and more often lately. So I drive my mother to the hospital every Saturday. Liam, about taking Mom to the hospital tomorrow?
Oh, I can't make it.
Excuse me? I haven't said anything yet.
You want me to drive you there, right? I don't want to do that.
No, I just wanted to say I'll be gone during the day and I just wanted you to take care of the house.
Oh, you were asking that, huh? But I can't do that either.
What? Why not? Were you planning to go out or something?
I can't because I'm reading my favorite book. I have to reread this chapter actually.
Well, you can do that after you do your chores.
No way, no way. Do you know how much I have to read? I have to read and see if there is anything I missed, or else there's no point in getting that book.
I may have been naive about my husband. My husband has allowed me to live with my mother, but I feel like he only appreciates living with me. And then something terrible happened. It happened one morning. As I was making breakfast, my mother came in looking sick. What? What's wrong, Mom? You're sweating like crazy. Are you perhaps not feeling well? No, it's just a little hot. Huh? You didn't turn on the air conditioner? It's over 86 degrees today, remember? Yeah, I didn't turn it on. Why not? Mom, your room is poorly ventilated and it's really difficult without the air conditioner. Well, that's... I then heard a shocking fact from my mother. Liam asked me not to use the air conditioner so that he could save on utility bills. Excuse me? Liam said that? I got mad and immediately went to my husband's room. Hey, Liam, what is the meaning of this? My husband looked annoyed as I angrily opened the door with an angry face.
Why are you coming at me so early in the morning?
Is it true that you told my mom not to turn on the air conditioner? As I said that, my husband nodded with a look that said, What's wrong about that?
Well, we're the ones paying for the utilities, so it's only right that you warn your mom not to use it too much, right? And your mom is the one who spends her time in the room during the day.
But what if Mom gets sick?
What are you talking about? She won't get sick just because she's not using the air conditioner.
Even heat stroke can be fatal for the elderly. I mean, what's the matter with you for telling my mom not to turn on the air conditioner? The air conditioner is on in this room right now.
It should be fine for me. I'm paying for it. What, do you care more about me or your mother?
What?
You always talk about my mom this, my mom that, but aren't you neglecting me too much? Don't you think so?
What the hell are you talking about? I was stunned and disappointed. I can't believe my husband would say such childish things. I didn't think he was such a wuss who would ask me to choose him or my mom. Anyway, I'll let my mom use the air conditioner or the fan freely.
What? Why's that? Isn't that unfair?
What's unfair about it? Even my mom pays for the living expenses from her pension, you know. You can at least let her use the air conditioner freely. When I said this, my husband became silent, looking unconvinced. Since then, my husband and I have been in a bad mood. Then something happened that surprised me even more. That day, I was working as usual. Then I suddenly received a phone call from my mom. It is not often that my mom calls me while I am at work. Was something wrong? I told her that my husband would be home today since he's on paid leave, and if my mother looked sick, he should take her to the hospital right away. I immediately picked up the phone. What's wrong, Mom? Actually, something terrible is happening. Harley, please help me. Huh? Please calm down a bit. What happened? Suddenly, a lot of packages had arrived and Liam had brought his parents over. Huh? What the hell? I talked to my boss about it and I was immediately sent home. And since I didn't want to miss a second, I got in a cab and headed home. Then I saw a mover's truck parked in front of my house. What on earth was going on? When I entered the house, tons of cardboard boxes were placed in the living room, in front of which my in-laws were flapping their hands to cool them down from the heat. Phew! It's hot indeed.
Is there an air conditioner in this room? Yes, there is. Feel free to use it.
I went over to my husband first. Hey, Liam, what's this?
What? You don't have work today?
My mom called and my boss let me leave early. What's with all these boxes?
What do you mean, what's this? These are my parents' things. We're going to live together in this house.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Mom and Dad are getting old, and I think it's time for them to move in with us.
Why are you making this decision on your own? We don't even have a spare room for them to begin with.
Then why don't you ask your mother to move out?
I beg your pardon? What the hell are you saying?
Because your mom is quite old, isn't she? If that's the case, wouldn't she be better off at a nursing home than at this house?
I couldn't believe it. Has he always been like this? Did he change his personality along the way? I thought he was a more decent and gentle person when we were dating or when we just got married. It's been one betrayal after another. No way. I can't believe you would say that.
Oh, God. You're such a pain in the ass. Can't your mom just get the hint? It's annoying to have you stay there any longer.
No way. My in-laws think it's their house already, so they don't even enter into our conversation and they just take the liberty of getting a drink out of the fridge and start relaxing. That's enough. I don't approve of your parents living with us.
No, my parents are my priority. Your mom is the one who needs to leave.
Liam!
Oh, Harley, that's enough.
No, but...
Liam, you have been so annoyed with me for some time. And yet, thank you for living with me for these 2 years. Well, it was really tough. I had to put up with it because I didn't have to pay rent.
Liam!
Harley, it's okay. Liam, you don't have to live with us anymore. Oh, well, that was quick. But then please, leave as soon as possible.
No, you are the one who's going to leave.
Excuse me?
You and Harley should discuss what to do from now on. As a mother, I want Harley to get a divorce as soon as possible.
What are you talking about? This house belongs to us as a couple, so it's you who should leave, right?
What? What the hell are you saying?
You've been talking to me like I'm an idiot all this time.
Well, duh. This is my mom's house, you know.
What? Oh, it's not your house, Harley?
It's my mom's house. And even if it was my house, it wouldn't be your house.
Huh? Because it would be joint property of the couple.
Why don't you go back to studying again? You have no right to decide who lives in this house.
Oh no.
My husband was in shock. My in-laws had been told, "Don't worry, I'm in charge of this house," by my husband, and they seemed to trust him completely. Well, I guess I'll have to ask you and your parents to leave. And make sure to send these boxes back. With your money, of course, Liam. If you and your parents try to stay, I will call the police. My mother said quietly and calmly, and my husband was frightened, saying,
Oh no.
Of course, I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? Well, wait a minute.
No, it's already been decided. Do you have any idea how much you have disappointed me? How can I stay married to someone who treated my mom like that? You too. You better pack your bags and get the hell out. My husband yelled at me and started to pack up his belongings as if he was scared. My parents-in-law must have been quite scared of me and my mother because they quickly left the house, got into their car, and drove away. My mom was shocked about what had happened, so she slumped down on the spot. Mom, are you okay? That was so scary. Mom, take it easy, okay?
I'm sorry.
But you were so cool, you know.
Thank you. I'm sorry for bothering you, Harley.
No, I'm the one who caused you trouble, actually. I'm so shocked that I don't have an eye for good men.
Well, can't really deny that part.
Hey, Mom, you should at least support me. I then strongly told my husband that I would throw all the boxes outside if he didn't come and get it, and made him come and get it. At that time, my husband said,
"We already sold my parents' house, and it's going to be gone at the end of this month. Please, help me."
But I ignored him and gave him the divorce papers so that he could sign them.
"So, you're really divorcing me?"
Of course. If you don't accept it, I'll fight you in court. My husband is a coward, so he gets really scared of the words like court and police, which is why he immediately signed the divorce papers. Thus, our divorce was successfully finalized. My ex-husband rented an apartment quickly and asked a contractor to move his parents' belongings there. However, a large amount of boxes arrived in such a small apartment, and now they are living in a very cramped space. Moreover, because the in-laws' house was too old, it could not be sold for much money, and the in-laws have very little money. Therefore, they have to make ends meet for 3 adults on my husband's salary, and they are having a very difficult time. Along with those explanations, there were emails from my ex-husband asking me to get back together with him. But I ignored them all and blocked him. And just to be safe, I issued a restraining order to the ex-parents-in-law's family, because this way, if they suddenly assaulted me again, the police would rush to the scene immediately. After that, my mother and I are still living together as usual. We can spend our time comfortably with the air conditioner on as much as we want. And there are no more person like my husband making more mess than necessary, so it's really peaceful. I don't want to be in love for a while, so I'm going to focus on my work while spending more time with my mom. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like, please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.